Ever wondered what it's like to run a toy store?
It suits me. It's so fun. I get to give back to my community.
We visited toy store owner and Learning Express franchisee Shannon Fritz at her store in Houston, Texas, to see firsthand what it's like to be a toy store owner.
We really like the selection.
They're very excited to be in the store.
Join us as Shannon tells us all about the good, the bad, and the fun.
Learning Express has just been a part of my community. I found it when my daughter was very young and fell in love with it and immediately knew this was something I wanted to do. I get to give back to my community, be there for my kids, be a role model for my children, and just put smiles on children's faces throughout the year.
Shannon told us just how she is able to get everything done in the store, starting with a simple process. Buy toys, bring them through the back door, get them merchandised in the store, and sell them out the front door.
Every day I come in and kind of work on looking at the store, what product needs to be ordered, what tasks need to be accomplished to make the store look great, do some training with the employees that are there in the morning, make a plan for marketing. There's a lot of different hats I wear throughout the day. Every morning I kind of start out my day looking at reports, and I look at what we sold the previous day, what the trends are. I'll run my top sellers for the month or even just the last week, just trying to see where my trends are. And my reports show me what I have on hand, what I have on order, and I can find those holes where I need to order to bring in more inventory. I can also run reports to see if items haven't moved at all in the last 60 days, and I can determine if it's time to mark that down and move that out to free up not only the space on the shelves, the space in the back room, but also cash flow in my pockets. I like to know what is my hot product and what is not my hot product. Both of these two types of product are important.
That is a lot of boxes. Okay, where do we start?
We have our purchase orders that we've already pre-printed. When we do the orders, I create a purchase order that I send off to the vendor to place the order, and that gets filed away, and I pull that out and match up the vendor to the boxes and open and match it up, print the labels. But it's fun, and it's fun to see what's coming in. But I have already written those purchase orders, and so that part makes it easy to match it up with what we're receiving.
We've got this wall here. Full of toys. How do we make it look right? What's your merchandising strategy?
Well, we try to make the walls look pretty. We try to group things around the store as far as categories. If it's outdoor or if it's preschool, if it's the girly tween or games. So we start by knowing what area of the store to focus on.
You got this beautiful looking wall. Do you think customers care about how the store looks?
I think they do. I think most do. I think when they walk in and they see this toy store versus maybe another toy store, they appreciate that it's so easy to shop. They can find what they're looking for. They don't have to sift through, and kind of their eye doesn't have to work as hard because we've laid it out so cleanly for them that they can find the great products. I think the customers do notice.
I could tell Shannon was telling the truth when I spoke with a few customers.
We really like the selection, and just you have a lot of different age groups of items all in one place.
And there's
it's
a
really
lot
nice.
of toys.
I just think that you guys have an amazing selection of toys that are for active kids, like trampolines and ride-ons.
We've done a lot of work buying and merchandising. Now, how do you get these toys to fly off the shelves?
So I need to engage and motivate my staff, which can be tricky, but getting to know your staff and really investing time and getting to know them and working with them, you can find the things that motivate them.
First of all, the hours are really flexible. The management always works with you. Everyone's really friendly, and the customers are super friendly. It's fun to be in here because there's a lot to look at and there's always something new.
We have great promotions throughout the store, and it's really important to educate the team on what those promotions are. The customers want to come in and find something special, but they also want to get a good deal. So I like to win, I like to sell, I like to have strong sales, and I do reward my employees for helping me reach those goals.
Selling seemed like an important part of the job, but it seemed that marketing the store was one of the biggest tasks an owner had.
It does take time to do the marketing. Marketing is a huge part of this job. So, every month or so I sit down and plan out, what are we going to do? What are our events? What is our calendar going to look like that we can share with our community? I can't imagine another job that suits my personality, my ability to talk to people and interact with people, to select the product. I think my favorite thing is the relationship I've built with my customers as well as my team.
In the end, it seemed that Shannon was at the heart of the success of her store, and I could tell from the passion in her voice that for her, owning a toy store was more than just a job.
I do believe that the owner sets the tone for the store, and personally for me, I'm a pretty optimistic, high energy person, so I think my store reflects that in my staff. But I love that relationship with the customers as well as the community, but it's the customers and my staff that I just really love. #love my job.